So we're here walking in Liberty Park in New Jersey. Right across there is Manhattan. And we have these two big walls representing the towers that fell on 9/11. And all these names representing people from New Jersey who died in this horrible terrorist attack. And at the end, right here, are two beams that were used to support these two buildings that have fallen. It's a sobering place, especially to be here on the anniversary of 9/11. I remember waking up to a phone call saying, turn on the TV, and it just seemed surreal. It's like, this isn't happening. You couldn't even imagine something like that happening. Of course, everybody at first thinks it's an accident until the second crash and then the Pentagon. I remember I just had this sense of urgency. First of all, who do I know that's in New York? Can I find out if they're all right? And then second of all, what can I do to help? So the next concert that we did was just a few blocks away from where the World Trade Center was, and it was a fundraising concert. It was a concert offering hope to a desperate and still very smoky city. They were still trying to find remains and trying to find survivors when Christafari was on stage right here in Manhattan. And it's with that same sense of urgency, state of emergency, that we proclaim, you are loved. Bob Marley once asked the question, could you be loved? Shortly thereafter, he was diagnosed with cancer. And just 7 months before he died, he repented of his sins and gave his life to Christ and was baptized. Not as a Rastafarian, but as a Christian. I believe that if Bob Marley was still alive today, he wouldn't be singing, could you be loved? He'd be singing, you are loved. I know John 3:16 is a cliche verse. We've heard it so many times, but it really is the foundation of the Bible. It's the thesis statement of the Word of God. If you only had one testament, it's the New Testament. If you only had one book, it's John. If you only had one chapter, John 3. If you only had one verse, John 3:16. Everybody knows John 3:16. We see signs at sporting events. We see people on street corners almost picketing with the numbers 3:16. But so few people have memorized John 3:17. For the Son of Man did not come into the world to condemn it. He's not here to judge you. He's not here to point fingers. He's not mad at you. He's madly in love with you. He didn't come into the world to condemn it, but that the world may be saved through him. Now that is the utmost of urgency. State of emergency.
Yeah. Some say 911 is the utmost of urgency. You gotta tell everyone about this critical emergency. Some say tell the people, tell the nations, tell it to everyone. Free the people, free the nations, only begotten Son.
You gotta tell the people, tell the nations, tell it to everyone. Jesus didn't come to judge. He came to rescue. He's not doing this, he's reaching out a hand to rescue. I've had the privilege of rescuing 3 people from drowning. I wouldn't have saved them if I didn't know that they needed help and if they hadn't asked for help. Here's the truth though. Right before they started drowning, I said, are you okay? And they said, I'm fine. Then they went under. I thought to myself, they're not fine. And then all of a sudden they popped up for a second, help. But they had to reach up. As I reached out, they had to reach up. Same thing with Peter. He had to reach up and say, save me, Lord. 3 simple words that will transform your life. 911, it's the utmost of urgency. You got to tell everyone about this critical emergency. Tell the people that they are loved.
For God so loved the world, He gave His only Son.
God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And whoever, that's you. Doesn't matter what you've done, doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what's been done to you. Whoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life. So reach up and get rescued today by Jesus Christ.
You are loved, you are loved, you are loved. You are loved by the Father up above. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved. You are loved by the one and only Son.